Right, okay, the stream should be up. That's good. Apologies for being a bit late. 10 minutes late. But there's nothing I can do about it. Right, let's get this done. So, today we are going to be building some things. We're going to build the outer hull of the grav rail at the top, essentially. Though, I'm undecided if I want a grav rail or if I want kind of a... if you've watched Battlestar Galactica, the launch tubes that you have the fighters go in and then they just go outwards instead of all of them going down a central tube. I'm probably going to do the latter. So we actually need to decide where the floor for this is going to be. I think the floor can be on the same layer as the current girders. That's going to be painful. Yeah, let's do that. And then I need to decide the size. And then where the elevator's going to be. Could probably have the elevator shaft going down here, actually. Right, let's go. If I actually have any... Yes, I do have steel plates. Let's go. Something disconnected. Give me a second. Yeah, you're still working. Good. Let's continue. What the hell is going on with my CPU usage? Move this to the side. Okay. That's fine. Probably need to get an upgrade for my CPU. Might be a good idea. Though, why am I talking like I'm made of money? Right. So my plan is we're going to create one segment like we did the hangar bay, and then we're going to demonstrate how that works, and then we copy and paste all the way along. So the ships that we're going to use are the interceptors from the creative episode that I had this week. Those interceptors are going to be used in the launch tubes. They'll be launched using grav rails. If you don't know what a grav rail is, it's basically you have a gravity generator, or multiple, along in a line, and then the ship that's being propelled has a artificial mass attached to it. Turn on the artificial mass, or the generators, both of them need to be on, and then you get propelled forward in the direction that the gravity is facing. Yeah, so I'm just going to cover this up and then we will weld it. Oxygen's low. Well, first of all I'm going to get oxygen. Good. My mouse is not behaving correctly. Right, oxygen. Let's do the hydrogen as well whilst we're at it. Thank you. Okay, right, that's the surface done. Let's get the welder ship. Right, turn you on. Right, let's weld this. And then we can plan out what the tubes are actually going to look like. Because I don't know if I want 2 layers or 1 layer. By layers, I kind of mean we have 1 lower layer and 1 upper layer for launch tubes. Don't know which one's going to be better. Right. At some point, I'll find a quicker way to weld. But that point isn't now, sadly. So whether I can turn these on... No, right, just keep holding the mouse button. Right, and then this edge, and then we should be closer to victory. Right, let's check the welders. 4,000 left. Okay. Well, we may as well do as much as possible, then head back to the ship and get some more. Right, we must be nearing the end of our amount. Right, there we go. Nice segment of the hangar. Probably going to have one of the entrances on either side, kind of a force field kind of affair, but we're going to do that afterwards. Right, let's get out. Quick question, how much steel do we have? About 1,000, okay. Right, so now that we've done that, these pillars aren't really needed at all. We're going to need to cover the top as well, so that's going to happen. Okay, so do we want tubes, which means that we fit less of them but they're safer, or do we want kind of a strip that we place along the side and then we park ships there, activate the gravity generator, and then they unpark and then they get shot out? I think tubes would be a better idea. And by tubes I mean cuboids. So we need to work out the spacing. So if we place armor blocks here, right. So we've got a length of 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. No, count properly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. This count a length of 20. So if we take 2 from each side. So if we have the first one start here, the width of the strike fighter. Give me a second. Just need to get the blueprint up. Come on, Google, run properly. No? Okay. Just don't then. Right, we need Google Drive. Come on. I understand that the internet is being slow because I'm streaming, but not that slow. Would have been quicker to go on Twitter instead. Aha! Hello, Mr. Armsoul. How are you doing? Just trying to get my blueprint off of Drive, which doesn't want to work. Fine, I'll use Twitter then, because I posted on Twitter. Yes, I know you can hear me. It's very, very, very nice. I may have forgotten to actually announce that I was doing this, so that's probably not going to help. Let's go... Twitter, I need the measurements. Come on. That'll have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 2, 14, 15. So it's 15 blocks long, which is about 7.5 meters, which is about 3 blocks. Okay, so if we make this 4 blocks long, just some mental calculation. Give me a second, change over the thing to chat. Good. Ooh, many people. Right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Then we have a gap of thing in the middle. So if they're 4 long, let's plan this out. So we have gap of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gap 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Definitely. Let's do that. Yes, orbital, I'm still working on the station. This is called determination. I want this thing to be completed because it will be a feat of Jacob engineering. There we go. So that's the spacing that this is going to have. It looks pretty, doesn't it? Let's do the side bits first, and then we'll start... We need to think about the height of it. Height of the interceptor that I've got is about... I know, it's minimum 3 meters, so that's about 3 blocks tall if we want it to be able to get in. Yeah, 3 blocks tall. So we want the launch tubes to be 3 blocks tall. Actually, we could actually fit 3 layers, maybe? No? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2... No. We won't be able to fit 3 layers. 2 layers, yes. 3, no. And my mouse is going buggy again. Need to get a replacement. Really unfortunate if I lose this one. Though I think I have a backup. Right. So this one will be 3, that length will be... Oh. It won't look even. And that's a problem. Okay, so if we get make it 5... No, that's not going to work. Make it 4, get rid of that, so that's 4, move that over there, 4, no. Markings on the floor. So these, so basically, what I'm doing now is I'm doing the hangar deck, which is where all the fighter craft are going to be stored. It's a lot of fighter craft. And basically we want to be able to launch the interceptors using a gravity generator. And I want launch tubes like you see in Battlestar Galactica. And to do this, I've estimated, well, overestimated the size of the interceptor so that we can create a launch tube in which it will fit nicely and be able to get thrown out at high speed. But it's not even, and that's killing me, as everything does. Because this end section is fine, but then we add one here. So we add one here, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, bling, bling, 1, 2, 3, 4, bling, bling, 1, 2, 3, 4, bling, bling. And that's not going to look the nicest. And since we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different spaces, it's not going to look nice anyway. Unless we count one of the ends as one breadth for separation. The maths. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll use here as a space. 1, 2, 3, 4 space. 1, 2, 3, 4 space. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that worked. Excellent. Let's do that instead. So that should get 4 launch tubes. Yes, thank you. Right, let's do that. Come on, you fellas. Right, I just need to get rid of the stuff that I've already placed down. Right. Flip over here. Let's do these. Oh yeah, Orbital, how is Stellaris? Been meaning to ask you that question. And also, I'm guessing it's a press copy because you can't get it otherwise. Unless you've just disappeared from chat. Which I think you have. Okay, right. So we want one here, one here, one here. Okay. Right, now. You fell special, yes. Okay, so, the way that we're going to do this. Okay, this may look a bit ugly. I'm just trying to imagine what the tubes will look like. So, for reference, in this section we're going to have force fields like we do in the hangar. Lovely hangar. And it needs to be 3 tall, so we need a separation bit here. Which means it needs to come out this way. Up to here. We can use an angle block there. I'll find a way to make it look pretty, but to begin with, we'll start with 1. You, following the pattern of the armor, what if we have a 3 wide? So 3, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's not going to work. Okay. Yeah, these things are going to look ugly. It's basically going to be a mini hangar, isn't it? With just a partition like this. I can live with that. Definitely. Okay. Well, no, what I was trying to do is, I want... Because if we do it this way, which is the 1 partition and 4 wide, then it's just going to equal kind of a horizontal bit, like this. It's just going to go horizontal across the entire ship. Well, across the entire station, which... I've kind of done that before with the hangars, and I wanted to do something kind of different. But we can do this. We could probably actually only have grav rails on some sections and have other things on others to kind of break up the shape. But other than that, yeah. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we want to change that to a regular block. So that goes upwards. So this center section is going to be what it's going to look like. In a second I may actually go into creative just to test whether the interceptor will fit, because if it doesn't, then that's going to be painful. And by painful I mean it's going to be really damn annoying. Right, continue. I could make them so they don't extrude. Yes, that would look better. Yeah, okay, that works. That'll actually make it quicker to build as well. Well, instead of doing this entire section, let's just do one tube and see how it looks. I also love how, you know, my glove is obscuring half the screen when I'm grinding. It's annoying. Right. Let's bring you, and let's get... Right, let's get the normal line. So this is going to be the normal line of the hull. And we want it to go inwards. So it needs to be 3 high, so it will go up to here. And then we can separate it into the 4. There are mods that add more character models. I haven't looked into any of them yet, though. Probably should, actually, because using a regular Space Engineer model is kind of boring. Right, so if we do this... And then we have kind of... We could go one inwards here, so instead of directly below the exit, we go here, and then we add the force field blocks here, because I need force field blocks to be able to keep in the oxygen. And then we go back a bit further. Actually, how long is it? Gonna need to think, how long is the interceptor? I think it was 12 meters or something. Let me get my actual thing. If drive decides to load. Probably just use my iPad instead. That would be much quicker. Get back to the chat. Right. Okay, so that's 12 meters long. 12 divided by 2.5, that would roughly equal 5 blocks long. So we need this to be 5 blocks long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could go up to the 7. Okay, so if here is the force field, yeah? We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 block space. And the 6 just so happens to coincide with this. Ah, that's beautiful. I love how I inadvertently create an interceptor that is the correct size for this station. Right, let's get these done. We actually need to... No, we don't. I was going a bit off because of the things. Let's bring this up again. Okay, so this needs to go up to there. It needs to go along here. The width is 15 small blocks, which is 7.5 regular, which is 3. Yeah, there's a problem. So basically the interceptor is going to be exactly the same width as this, which is not going to help. If only there were half blocks. Like, thin strips. Yeah. So if you think about the interceptor, its wingspan is 3... Oh yeah, of course we made it 4 blocks long. Never mind. Right, I was just freaking out for no goddamn reason. Yeah, let's extend this along. Let's extend... I was only freaking out. My maths was correct for the first time in many, many years. For the first time. Let's... Wish the frame rate wasn't so bad. Right, let's get this... I keep saying that. I keep saying let's get this done when it's going to take me 1 billion years to finish. Right, so one pod is this long. And we want force field here, force field in that section, and we want force field in this section. My mouse is not working. Do 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 do. I'm very tempted to get another mouse. Right, give me 5 seconds whilst I get another mouse. Right, so I've got another mouse ready just in case this mouse decides to kick the bucket. Right. Yeah, I know. I had my microphone muted for a God damn. I need to learn how to swear in a different language. That'll be much easier. A lot less people will be able to reference that. Damn it, mouse! Right. Last straw. Oh, I'm plugging you. Find it. Right, so it's that cable. Maybe Danish. That was for the mouse, right? Yes. Question, are you Danish? Right. Okay, this new mouse is on trial. Need to turn up mouse sensitivity. Let's go to Device Manager. How do I do that with Windows 10? Settings. Devices. Mouse. Additional mouse options. Pointer options. Yeah, mouse sensitivity, I want faster. There we go, okay. Right, that should be better. What do you mean you send too many messages to me? Is it limiting how much you can send? Give me a second. You are now a moderator. Have fun. For helping out. Right. Right, so this mouse should be fine. I'm actually going to turn up the in-game sensitivity as well. Game. Mouse sensitivity, where is that? Graphics, audio controls. Mouse sensitivity, jack that up. Good. That's better. I love how you're teaching me how to swear in different languages. Right, yeah. So this is going to be the size of the launch tube. Let's get this done. Noting that my energy is currently at 16%. Right. So one thing that that I am currently considering adding is kind of a vent. Hungarian as well. Used to have a large no, I can't even pronounce that. I'm not going to try and pronounce that word. Linguistical. Right. Let's weld. Probably going to run out of steel plates before I finish this bit, but that should be fine. I actually need colours. I need a colour scheme for the entire thing. It would be cool to get. Right, get out. Because we're missing a block. Oh, I love being pretentious. the best fun one can have in life. Right, let's redock with the ship. Flippy flippy flip. Wonder if I can change the icons that are there for moderators. Because currently it's just a wrench. Even though that is kind of good, I want it kind of a cartoon space rocket. You know, like the one I have as my logo. Right. Connector locked. Are you locked? No. Why aren't you? There we go. Lock. Steel. Welder. It's 5,000 in each, even though I don't need that much. I've yet to do the conveyor system for the completely forgot the name of it. Hangar, there we go. Once I've actually done that, then I will start copy and pasting. Why would that even be a thing? Can I? Well, I can ban you if I need to, but that's not going to happen. Stream options. What's DVR? Yeah, I want that on. Advanced settings. Do I want to go to advanced settings? No. Okay. Right. And the good thing is, we can paste as many of these things in as we need. Right, finish you. Actually, instead of using a new mouse, I could actually use my joystick. But I haven't got it installed. And by installed I mean it's not plugged in. Because the desk that I'm currently working on is not, well, doesn't have much grip. Right, that should be everything. Yay, launch tube. So we should be able to go downwards, turn around, using the arrow keys. So essentially, what happens is, you go in, you land, you park, the door closes behind you, oxygen gets sucked out, door opens, you turn on artificial mass, and then you go flying out. British shows. Spaced is a good one, which is Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, the first thing that they did. You know, the same people who did Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. So that's Spaced. Ooh, other British comedies. Because I only watch comedy, I don't really watch action. Because, as we all know, America does better cop shows because the cops have guns. I think Red Dwarf kind of counts as British, maybe? I don't know. Don't really watch TV much, but the ones that I do are pretty good. Let me think. First I drill a hole here so I can start placing down the force fields, which are going to be in the floor. Yes, Cornetto series. Very good. Yeah. So if we place those like this, and then we get the force field, it's 3 high, so we need force field 3, I believe. Maybe. Yeah, is that right amount? I think so. Yes. There we go, place those there, and then we'll place these here. Okay, so those force fields, when built and activated, should work properly. Unless I've placed this in the wrong position. No? Okay, so we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gap. And then you've also got a tiny bit of gap. Let's quickly turn on these hangar doors to begin with. Control panel. We want hangar door 1 closed. So when you're here, the block isn't the boundary, it's just the tiny bit in the middle, so that's fine. Yeah, that should be fine. So let's turn that off. Oh yeah, if you gain access to one control panel here, you gain access to all of the space station. You could literally sabotage the entire thing by opening every single force field, because it'll just drain all the oxygen from everywhere. Not the best thing to happen. Though, I guess only people of the administration would be able to access it. Right. Okay. Now with that, I'm thinking we can place the air vent and gravity generator on top. And I think we can use this kind of top section as another storage area for ships, or we can have it a storage area for cargo or things. Do the force fields get damaged when you ram into them? That is a decent thing to ask, because I don't know the answer. It would be interesting to find out, though. But I don't really have a ship that I can really sacrifice right now. I don't want steel, I want the oxygen. There we go. I could probably, you know, sacrifice one of my ships to do that, but to be honest, when this thing is completed I'll have shield generators, so the hull wouldn't take damage. Unless it was under rapid fire from things. Refill from oxygen bottle, please. Right. Well, I know one thing, that if you fly fast enough, then you will die when you hit a force field. No, I don't know that. Give me a second. We're going to sacrifice myself for the glory of science. And hilariousness. I want to access... Let's throw everything in components, because that's where it's going anyway. Throw you in there, throw you in there, you, throw all of them. Okay, so now I'm unequipped of everything. Because if I take damage, then it's reasonable to believe that everything else will take damage. Right, so we want to hit that. So I want to face towards it and go backwards. I think that's far enough. Oh, I really hope this doesn't destroy the station. Otherwise this is going to be very annoying. I died. I did die. Right, let's respawn. I need to get my stuff back. Components. Oh yeah, I have these things left over. Yeah, I'm going to need to throw those away. Grinder, and welder. I don't need those. I do need those. Got even more ammo, need oxygen, need that, need that. I only need 500 steel plate. I don't know if it actually took damage though, so mystery is unsolved. Mystery was pointless. Right. We want the assembler. We want to throw automatic rifle and hand drill and grinder and welder in there, and then we're going to deconstruct those. Production, I want you to disassemble all. There we go. Can you damage anything? You can give it momentum. Don't know if you can destroy things though. I don't know. Yes, that would be a good idea. Though, what I would just do is fill it with tons of explosives. Play the orcs. Yes, that would be hilarious. Right, let's start building the others, shall we? And since half of this thing is already created, it's cool. Right, I actually don't have a frames per second counter, so I don't actually know how well this is going. But my guess is I'm having memory spikes. In fact, let's get the control panel out. Right, performance. Memory. I can see a lot of memory spikes on my disk, which is where this thing is installed. But that's fine. I'll have a check in it in like 5 minutes. Bombs are expensive and allies are not, because they can respawn an infinite amount of times. You know what else can respawn an infinite amount of times? Respawn ships. Use those. Because when you die, they're just going to disappear anyway. When you log off, they disappear. Though they do have a cooldown. And technically the medbay does use energy. You know, uses energy to maintain itself as a spawn point. But yeah, I see your point. Just Zerg rush the enemy. Build a ramming ship, or build like tons of torpedoes that all have medbays on them, and so that they latch onto the enemy hull, and then you just got a ton of respawn points on the enemy hull. And since you always respawn with equipment, then you can just grind your way to victory. Right, just you. There we go. Oh, I forgot to add the front section. Who needs remote control? Right, there we go. That's going to be that. Then we need to get down into here and break up things. I actually need to think about the internal security of this space station. Look, you can see, like, I think that's the alien planet eclipsing the sun. Either that or it's a really big asteroid. Which it isn't, it's the alien planet. Okay, so that's that. We need to do you. Nearly done with the lower level of the grav rail. Noting that it's going to take me, if I get the hologram or the holographic generator thing, then that should be good. And actually, what we could do is we could have like point defense turrets on the upper level. So we could have kind of a cutaway on this top section, and then we can have turrets. I have an idea how to get turrets that are bigger than, you know, something tiny. But yeah. However, the only way to get the hologram to work is you first need to go into Creative and cut off the section that you want to copy. Mammoth cannons. It's essentially my point, and we do have mods for that. Let me get this. Weapons. So we've got... You serious? Do we not have that mod in, like, added? Or was it taken away? Might have been taken away, actually. Yeah, they got rid of the cannons. Okay, well, I'm going to have to find another mod for that. But yeah, I had a mod that gave you significantly more weapons. Specifically, large ship weapons. Because the current large ship weapons are a missile launcher. And turrets. Like the tiny 2-block turrets. Right. Put you there. Oh yeah, so there's this game that's going to come out at the end of August, early September called Astroneer, and I am very interested in doing it. It's more of an exploration kind of thing. It's not got a regular traditional UI. It's very complicated in how to describe what it is, but I want to get it. And it's coming into early access autumn. Yes, Astroneer. I'm guessing you've heard of that as well. Right. That should be good. I think we've got everything done. Yeah, right, let's weld. Where's the welding ship? Give me a second while I go backwards. There it is. I really need to add a beacon to some of my ships, because really I'm very bad at this. Right, right, so I've currently got, I think it's 4 launch tubes. So we can launch a wing of 4 interceptors at a time. Even though usually you'd have a 5-man wing. Or at least it's the one that I'm going for. Because my inspiration for the interceptor that I built was Homeworld. Specifically Homeworld 2 Higaran Interceptor. So I'm guessing you go to a engineering school, which does kind of say why you're still here. Then maybe not. Yeah. I don't go to a university yet. That's going to happen September. Right. Finish this section off. Yeah. I don't like my government. They seem a bit incompetent. But I'm going to try and not talk about politics for about 10 minutes so that I can finish building this. There we go. No, not you. Oops. Yeah, Australia looks nice. It's got the simplicity going for it. But yeah, Space Engineers does have more creativity to it. Though there's I find adventuring pretty fun as well. Because when I used to play modded Minecraft with a bunch of my friends from school, I basically modded everything. Used mods to build kind of a basic base, and then I went out adventuring. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with their customization ideas, because what I really want is there to be a space station building that you can build. I've got a few ideas for it, kind of how you would actually implement larger buildings than, you know, the stuff that they've already got using their 3D printer. Have I been as far as the Farlands? No, because that's ridiculously far, and the only feasible way that I would ever get to it is teleporting. Flying in creative is the fastest way to travel, you know, for a reasonable amount, for its simplicity, and it will take forever. And then there's this guy who's doing it in survival, which is a bit ridiculous. Yeah, 3D printing the parts of a space station, and they're like the girder parts, the outline, like you would have here, and then you install the segments, and then you install smaller ones, and then you get the hull plating and you install those, and then hey presto, you've got a module for a space station. Because if you've had a look at their 3D printing method of construction, then that's easy. You are not available for that ship. Oh well, right. These launch bays look quite nice. Quite nice indeed. Now, the question is what to do on this upper level. First of all, I'm going... No, we may not want to do that. So, either we can place turrets, like kind of broadside turrets here, or something else. Well, there's a problem with teleportation. It doesn't work, and if you think about the philosophy kind of thing, it's killing you, and then recreating you in a different location, which means you'll die a lot if you use it on a daily basis. What's your idea? Right. I've got a few things in my head about how that's going to happen. Either we have the entrances at the end, so like this kind of end bit, or we could have kind of a hangar door thing, you know, these airtight hangars. That's not airtight, is it? That's... Spell properly, you jackass. Yeah, so we use these airtight hangar doors, like this, except more centralized. So we have the hangar doors like these, but the right way around, and then they will kind of unextend. I don't know what the proper word for it is, and then the fighters come downwards. But yeah, I think your idea is going to be that they come through the top section. Which is a good idea. Behave tessellation with octagons and squares. Top section, yes. It's basically like the Republic cruisers from the prequel trilogies of Star Wars. The prequel trilogies? No, it's not plural. Okay, so the airtight hangar door is too long. Oh my god, what, having this as one octagon? That's going to be massive. My god. Actually, we could do that. So if you think of this as the top one, and then we have another octagon there, and one there, and then one on the bottom, and then we have a small square in the middle. And that square could be used for something else. Though I think the station is large enough for... No? Am I doing it wrong? Okay. I think these are actually bigger. So this is 5. This is 4. Okay, so these are the same length. The roof. Interesting. The problem is we're working with lines that aren't one-dimensional. So spacing is going to have to be different. I'll think about that. 6 width octagons. As in inside or outside width? It's not hanger. Do we want 15 or 20? Ooh. Let's try 15. Look how long this thing is. I think this one's going to be long enough. Give me a second, I'm going to a spreadsheet. You should not be seeing this. Let's go... New sheet, right, and then we want this. This is... Is it not telling me the measurements? That's annoying. Well, let's get it to squares then. No, fine, we won't use that, we'll use something else. Excel 2000. No, I would not like to register. Right, let's get you. 20 pixels. 20. Right. So we need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we think about it, the edges are going to be on this side and this side. Right, let's go colour. Set this as a grey. If we were to copy this and paste. Kind of like that. Right, and then we want to copy this kind of pattern. No, not like that. So we need to move that over to one down. Then paste one here. So this shape. The crafts are 3 large blocks across. No. Yes, 3 large blocks across and 4, and less than 3 upwards. Yeah, left mouse button is a bit bouncy, but it isn't dying on me, which is the important bit. Okay, right, let's get that onto Space Engineers. Right, so let's go to a flat piece of terrain like this hangar. We need 1, 2. Right, so this is the octagon, and then we have another octagon here. And we can make this like these. We can make these like this. Flip that there. So we can have the interior as wedges. So if we flip back here, making them too small. And then the inside ones can be just full blocks. I just started drilling that, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay. I was also confused, but that's fine. Flip you this way, and I need to flip you again, and again. Like that. If you can forget this section for just 10 seconds. So it gives the inside of a irregular octagon, which is the same as what we've got, and then it gives the outside of also another irregular octagon, because diagonal lengths are longer than regular. Because basically this is too long, and then this is oh god, give me a second. The square root of 8 long. If you think Pythagoras, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. 2, so it's 4 plus 4, which is 8. Yeah, so root 8 here, 2 root 8, 2 root 8, 2 root 8. It's not the same, but it's close enough, and I think it's kind of the same as what we've got as the actual shape of our hexagon. So, if each of these is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, fits 6 long, and we can have halves. 1, 2, 3. Okay, right. Let's measure this, because then we can actually use something better. So this is 1. The times where I wish I was in creative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This length is 9 as well. 10. So it's 10 long. To XL. If we go here, no, we'll not go there. So if we go. So this is 1 length. So if we say this is the width of the station. This is the width of the station. I'll probably move this over a bit. Yes, 19 long. I don't care how long it is, right? I don't care how long this axis is, because we're not thinking about that. So, if we get... Let's say we want... So essentially they come in... Actually, how long is this? This is 16. So if we go 17, 18, 19. So we'd get 3 into the next one. So let's do that, shall we? Copy. Paste. And we need to copy this. Paste that there. Copy this. Paste here. Right. So this overall is 22 long, so we go 19. And then we'll have this and this coloured in. This and this coloured in. Yes, the grey is the clear box. No, it isn't. Yeah, I'll do the clear box. So we won't care about the ones that cut in half. Yes, I did just make a station with the width of... What is going on with me? Why did I do a prime number? It's not divisible by anything except itself and 1 without giving me a number that's not an integer. Right, and let's go and put those no fill. Right. No, that just made it worse. Give me a second. Undo. We'll change this to a darker grey. So that's basically what the pattern is going to be. So if we copy this, no, not that long, copy this, go to town and paste, copy this one. Yes, I did kind of screw this up by doing a prime number. Because symmetry is what counts. Okay, so the midpoint is going to be this BI divided into 2 sections. BI is not the center. That would be BH. Okay, well, say we count this as 1, and then we get 19, this section as the other line, and then we have this middle section as another line. We have 9 blocks to get these in. You will go up to here. I think I have an idea of what we can do. So if we do this, doing that won't work. No, because that wouldn't work in the first place, would it? No. Doing this will, however. Yeah? And then we do another one here. That wasn't a proper copy, was it? No, it wasn't. I'll get one of the center ones instead. If we paste like this. No, did that incorrectly. If we paste here, then paste here, then paste here, then paste here, then paste here. Yeah. So if we do this, then that will work. Let me just get the correct sections right. So if we count this section as the top, for argument's sake, and then of course we can do the inverse of this on the other side. This might actually look good, yes. Okay, so now that we've got the look of it done, we now need to think of how it's going to open and close. Because what we could do is we could have, if we go back into, no, that's the wrong button. If I go back into Space Engineers, if we have like these hangar gates on the second level here that will open, then it should reveal all of these, all of the openings. Now the thing is what the square's going to do. If only I could mirror. They could have solar panels attached to them. Though I don't remember if solar panels are small enough. That was wrong, you idiot. Right. Fill this like this. Copy. Yeah, have it on the same thing. Possibly LCD panels, so I was more thinking of solars. Hmm. Yeah, I can see where this is going, and it's very good. So if we say that this is the length, and have that there. And then we just need to copy and paste these. Well, no, my idea is to have this layer on the top, and then underneath that have the hanger doors, and then underneath that have another copy of this layer. So the hull on the top sections will be 3 thick. XL2000 doesn't have a mirror function. But yeah. Stream dropped out for a second. Is it back? Because that'll be a problem if it dropped. Maybe, or it might be Robert downloading some more Dark Souls for so many different reasons. Right, I'm just going to get rid of all of the other junk that we've got here, and then we will go back into Space Engineers and we need to measure the length. Okay, refresh, good. And let's turn you no fill. Right, and then I don't need that to have any section. So if we have you, and you, and you, all of you have left side and right side each. Right. We need to measure the length, so let's go back in. Okay, so if I've done this correctly, this should have happened every 20, so let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. So each of these segments are 20 long, plus the 1 at the end, so it's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. So that's 141. I think 141 is another prime number, which would be very hilarious. So we need this to be 141 long. Then what we need to do is copy and paste this section. Yep. Ah, okay, good. So that should work. So if we keep going like this... Hang on. Damn it! No, wait. Give me a second. I didn't know that trick. Meanwhile... Right, so we've got this, which actually worked. Look at the maths. So this length here is 141 long. No, hang on, it's not going to be 141, it's going to be 109. 139 it's actually going to be, so this section can be completely destroyed. Delete. Shift cells upwards. Oh no! Actually, we can get rid of this section as well. So that's another 2 off. Which basically means that we're going to have an extra, if I show you. We basically, at each of the ends of the station, we add 1 layer of armor blocks. Nearly dying. So we add 1 length of armor blocks before we start the pattern. Like this. So we had 1 length of armor blocks at each end, and then that pattern should work except one thing. This is 137, not 139. Yes. No, that's right. However, space like this, we need to get rid of that. Shift cell upwards, so that's actually 100 and... What is it with prime numbers? I just love measurements that are primes. Okay, so this is 136. That's fun. So much for symmetry in the other axis. Though I guess at one end we can have something different. So if we get rid of a... That's not what I meant to do. So that's 137, so 138. So if we get rid of... what? Is this 141? No, that's 140. Right, 1 more there. So this is the edge bit of the last section. So this is going to be the section that gets... Oh, God's sake. Yeah. Symmetry does not like me. Doesn't like me whatsoever. Actually, no, we can just delete this, can't we? Yes. Let's do that. We'll get to that bit when we come to it. I feel like planning is going to be less successful than actually doing the damn thing. Right. Now, how to print this on. And that is a good question. Let's throw Blueprint over so that I can read it. Want a dashboard there, chat over there. Right, and then I want to move this. In the remote future. Very, very remote future. Right, let's get this. Okay. Why is my tab? Thank you. So, we want this to be the inside. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So there's a 5 gap here, then there's a 2, then there's a 1. Damn it. Goddamn lag. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Space 2, 1. Okay, so if instead we do it in segments, so we've got one here and one here.
Energy low.
My energy's low. That's bad. I am streaming until 6 o'clock, which is at 3-hour length. So in about an hour and a quarter, which is 75 minutes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Space for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Space for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't know I was going to do so much maths all in 10 minutes. Right, so let's... Okay. Right. Let's think. So we're doing the hexagon pattern. No, octagon pattern rather. Oh god, this is making my brain hurt. So here damn it. Hello, Levi Gaming. We are in the middle of building hexagons. No, octagons. If I just want to... Well, I'm just going to go through what we've done right now since Armsol is off doing something. He's going to be back soon, or he's back now. We've built some grav tubes. These force fields don't work yet, which are going to launch the interceptors that I created on Tuesday. Right now we're doing kind of the entry of how they're going to get in, which is, if I get out the Excel spreadsheet, which is going to be kind of hexagon pattern like this. The dark sections are the empty spaces, and the light sections are where the armor blocks are. And so we're going to do this pattern all the way along the top of this station. Let me just put that back. So if we look at it from this angle, then it will be the one that I want. And this game is really trying to test me. Right.
Energy low.
Yes, fine, I'll get more energy, Mrs. Computer Lady. Really need to judge my distances more. Right, there we go. My internet died, hilariously, for no apparent reason whatsoever. I was outputting no kilobytes of data, and that was hilarious. Okay, now back onto octagons. So, if we break this... Place this here, and so I can remember this. Let's weld it up, and then because I think we can make the maths work. I think being the word of choice for today. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 spaces 1, 2, 3, 4. Were you at 4? Yes, you were. Okay. I have managed to sort out how to do this. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2 thing here. Right. So if I show you this, so the length between the gaps of an edge is 6 blocks, yeah, and then we have a 2 block gap. So to begin with, we have like 1 block, 2 blocks here, yeah. If you count this as the edge, but 2 blocks here, and 6 blocks there. So if we go all the way over to the edge and count this 2 segment long section as 1, no, it wasn't due to Dark Soul abuse, it just cuts out for no reason. So if we get this section, so it keeps going down here until we hit here, and then we're like, oh no, it's 5. But then what we do is we copy and paste this entire segment again onto this next row here, which is where it should be, and then it continues. So we technically leave these 2 blocks here, and then just go again. And then we copy this entire pattern here, back down here. Hey presto, we've unlocked the power of Grayskull. 1, 2, so that's 4, 5, 6, space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, space, space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, space, space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and basically we keep this up until we get all the way down to this section. Now the special thing about this section is it's odd numbered. It was going to happen at some point, so we're not going to use the pattern that we're going down here on this area. This section is going to be different. It's going to kind of be where you enter the hangar from the lower decks, if that makes any sense whatsoever. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm currently getting memory spikes, but that's because I've been on this save for about 2 hours now. So if I reloaded the save, then everything should be fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, space, space, end. End section. And then we do the same on the other side. Yes, we will use. I'll change it all into corner blocks when I can, but not right now, because I'm trying to plan it out. We'll change what the shape of the octagons are once we get there. Okay, so if we treat this first area as one of the hexagons. I think that's the length of it. Let me get my spreadsheet back in order. Yeah. And this is going to be one of the squares. So the square, here's a square, here's an octagon. Here's an octagon, here's a square. Continue, ditto with the pattern. Yeah, so if we turn these inside ones into wedge slopes, then yes, a 3x3 ship will make it easy actually. Okay, so a 3x3 ship has a maximum width, as in from bottom left corner to top right corner. It has a maximum width of 9 plus 9, which is 18, the square root of 18, which would be 3 root 2. Am I right in thinking that? Let me get my calculator, because I have a calculator on my desk for no reason except to do this. So you've got 18, so we want the square root of 18, which is 4.24. Yes, 3 root 2. And then the distance here, so that's a half of a block. So it's half root 2 plus 2 root 2, which is 3 root 2. Yeah. So if it was coming straight on, then it would be the exact size it needs to be. Whereas if it comes on orientated like this, it will be completely fine. So that will work. Now, I'm going to replicate this pattern for an infinite amount of times, because I, for some reason, have a death wish. Yeah. Well, the thing is, my brother, also known as Robert, also known as Steve Calgar, is a maths genius, and usually, because I'm in the same classes as he is, he will usually correct me on my maths. So that's why when it comes to maths, I'm not sounding superior, instead I sound humble. It's just a one-off because I was usually transverse face when it comes to orbital mechanics, even though he doesn't do that much space stuff. That's what you get for growing up with someone who's actually Oxford material. Right. So I want to get this down to 20, which is this section, and then what we can do is we can copy and paste after that, which will be amazingly time consuming. No, time saving. Saving, not consuming. What? Yeah. So if we do that, and then we need you there, and then we need to count you. In fact, I could probably 1, 2, 1, 2. So essentially what I can do is I can copy this square and thing. I'm currently on year 13, which is second year of A-levels. So it is about time for me to actually start revising for proper exams and stuff, but, you know, I much prefer doing this. I do maths, physics, ICT, and further maths, for reference. Oxygen critical. Yes, we will get oxygen. Because I've got 40 seconds until I run out. I have not passed my A-levels yet. I will pass them at, I think my last exam is on the 20th of June, and then I have an extra long holiday, which will be absolutely goddamn amazing. Oh, I did that wrong. I did it completely wrong. Damn it! As the Americans would say, well, actually I don't know. I don't know what their version of high school is. Because we have infant, junior, high, sixth form, and sixth form / college, then uni. Whereas the Americans have, like, junior, middle, high, college. Yeah. So essentially I would technically be in high school. I'm 18, essentially. Right. This pattern looks good. Do we want to weld it? Yes, we do. Right. Let's start welding. Actually, no, we don't. Yes, we do. We can change it later. Right. It's welding! Yay! If you've got a hologram, like a holographic generator, can you flip it? So flip the image around on an axis. Like create a mirror image. Because that would be extremely useful for this. Because then I can just go, okay, I've done one side, flip, done. After I've done an hour or so of welding. Right, so go up to that. Right, there we go. That's kind of the pattern. When it comes to stations, it will automatically connect. And also, the station isn't drifting. So if I got a block here, and I decided to build a new station, as you would see, it aligns to the grid. So I can place a new station here, and then I would be able to connect them. So yes, the hologram would do that, especially since it would be attached to the station. Right, so I want to see how this looks. Right, and then oh damn it, why aren't you working? There we go, that's essentially what the hole is going to look like. It's like one of those kids' toys that you get that insert the right shape into the right segment. Right object into the right segment, yeah. Right. So that's what it's going to look like. I don't know what colour I'm going to paint the station, but what I'm looking right now it just seems flat. I have an idea. Kind of do something like this to break it up. Well, to be honest, I don't really care about the cost, because at the moment the cost is massive anyway. Adding a bit more is not going to change anything. But if I do something like this, then it does kind of change it up, and I can colour these differently. So if we do these... It's only going to add, like, what? That. And then if we have these as black or something. So if we have the, for planning purposes, if we have the LCD stuff as black so that it looks right, and then we can have kind of a dark red. Can I have a darker red? No, that's saturation. Cancel. Value. Value, decrease value to make a darker red. And then we change this so that this bit's red. That would look better. Kind of like this. It'll break it up a bit. Yeah, I think I like that. The second section, so basically, if I... No, didn't mean to do that. So if we count this as the second section, I'm guessing it will kind of look fine. Well, I think it'll be fine, so we'll do that. That's not how the blueprint is laid out. No, it's not. Of course it's not. Forgot there for a second. Yes, that is a problem. Or we could try the corner blocks instead. So instead of having them on the side, we could have them here. Like this. And then have them... give me a second. No, because that's not going to work here either. Damn it. Well, we'll get rid of these for now. I'll find out a way to do them properly. But yeah, that kind of design should be good. Yes, if we repeat this pattern, and then we place down the parts of the square, then that should be a very quick way of building this thing. Right. I have some very weird octagons. That's because you can't really make them. You can't make regular ones. I would use hexagons, but there are no hexagons, sadly. Near the section splits. I'll get rid of the section splits when they're necessary. And I think, actually, that I could just alternate that. Because I think all of them are the same shape. So that's fine. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Hang on. No, that's because I took this out when I didn't need to. That's because I took this out when I didn't need to. Yeah. That should be fine. What do you mean, one off the third section? I don't understand. I don't know where I'm off. What do you mean I'm making the same mistake? I don't know either. But let's just keep going. And then we'll see who is right. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. You are allowed to be wrong. It is not against the law. No, this year is my finals. I was off. No, I'm off on the building things. This year I have my final exams. Which is why it's so curious that I'm playing Space Engineers instead of doing something else. But I don't really care. My targets aren't that high anyway. Right, let's finish this bit off. This is right. Yeah, we're still aligned. That's good. Just 40 more blocks left. Right, okay. Yes, my brother does maths and physics and further maths in the same classes. But instead he does chemistry and I do ICT. Did that wrong. Hello, Matt Brennan. We're currently in the middle of talking about my life history, which is usually what Robert does, and building some tessellating octagons and squares, I believe. Yeah. The octagons are going to be where the fighters dock, just for reference. Okay. That is quite a lot of steel plate. Quite a lot. And now for the other side. Well, I'm going to do the other side of the station at a later date, because I do not have the time to do it all now. Noting that I've half an hour. Yes, the stream does lag from time to time. That is possibly due to not having an Ethernet connection and using plain old Wi-Fi. And that can also be attributed to there's a lot of data being sent and my internet's not good enough. It's not as bad as kernel failures though, which will forever stay in the kilobytes. Space Engineers inherently is not the most efficient thing to run on a computer, because it's constantly calculating shadows. I mean, especially with a big mess like this, there's tons of shadows being created and changed because I have a moving sun. As you can see, it's moving downwards. Moving downwards. Right. That's the pattern finished. Oh, I could stream at 720. Give me a second. Broadcast settings. No, not going to be there. Video. Okay. Give me a second. Just stopping and starting. Okay, right, so the stream is starting again, and I've downscaled the resolution, I believe. Well, it did look glitchy because I just did something called messing with stream midstream. Yeah, so there should be a lower resolution and therefore everything should be better. Right. How much steel plate do I have in here? Not enough. Let's head back. Yeah, it would have glitched for a second because it was changing everything. At least you didn't call me Daniel. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna have a look and see how good the quality is. Gonna put OBS on the left so I can keep an eye on the kilobit rate and the frames. The frame is at 30. I think I can increase that. Video. Yeah, I could up the frame rate to 60 FPS if I need to, but for Space Engineers, I don't get beyond 30 FPS. Right. Oh god. Is that my computer making that noise? I've got like this very, very sharp ringing in my ears. Right. Stream lag will happen. It is a fact of stream. Let's go over to production. You finished your selection of getting me some more stuff, did you? Yes. You can now produce some more. Right. You moved out of position, didn't you? No, you're not supposed to be there. Right. I have 3 different visions of what I'm doing, by the way. I've got the vision that I'm looking at on my primary monitor, I've got the vision that I'm getting from Open Broadcaster software, and I'm also getting the vision that I'm getting from YouTube. which I should probably turn off since that's not actually helping. Because if I'm not watching the stuff that I am now, it'll give me more processing power. It is very much a work in progress, but yes, having a look at the entire thing is kind of mad. Shows you scale, huh? Look at the welder ship, look at the station. My god, it's massive. Yeah, so let's weld the rest of the top section. Indeed you are, Arm Soul, and I'm just the construction worker. I believe we can both take credit. I don't have any credit to steal. Yes, I did have the idea for a space station in the first place, one which I am constantly regretting because it's absolutely massive. But yeah. I decided to build a massive space station so that I could build some additional stuff, and it just turns out I'm building additional stuff so that I can build the space station. Which is how it should be. How far along are we? Close. I would have done a honeycomb pattern if you could have hexagons. I would have done a honeycomb pattern from the beginning. Also known as tessellating hexagons. It's such a shame that many games don't allow you to build them. Right. Let's do this section. Can't even build circles in Minecraft. Well, if you really think about it, you can't build circles whatsoever. There's no such thing as a perfect circle. There is, however, grass on the surface of the planet. Though, technically, it's just a cover layer of the stone. With grass that gives you stone instead. Do you have that in Minecraft? No. You can make something that emulates a circle in Minecraft, but you can never ever make a perfect circle, because there's always going to be a minimum length. Because the minimum length is a plank length. There's a minimum length in the universe, and therefore, if you think a plank cube, then you have to make up a sphere of plank cubes, and therefore it has a very, very high amount of sides instead of just one. Though for technical purposes, yes, it is. It is small enough for me. And spherical enough. Though something that is completely spherical is the influence area of a gravitational object or a charged object. Right, let's get some more steel, shall we? However, if you think of a singularity, that has a perfect gravitational well. Because a singularity is a single point. Like, infinitesimally small. Smaller than well, we don't actually know how small a singularity is, but effectively it is a particle with a stupid amount of mass. And since it's a particle, then it has a spherical sphere of influence. A perfectly spherical. Right, let's get welders. Right, we're close. Close to finishing. No, we finished already. Did we? Huh? No, we didn't. We still have some... Well, particles have... You can either determine their exact position but not know their momentum, or you can determine their exact momentum but not know their position. You can't know exactly both. Yeah, the Earth is actually, well, all planets are kind of squashed with a bulge towards their equator, where the equator is equidistant between both rotational poles. Okay, we are welded. Though this is kind of... I love using stage to be able to determine how far along I am, but this is stage 1 of the top section. Stage 2 is getting these things done and having these kind of things here. And then stage 3 is having the doors done. And what I'm planning to do with the doors is I don't really know what to do with the doors, but yeah, the doors are stage 3. And then once the doors are done, then that's kind of complete. Until I go around the entire station actually making sure everything works. At which point we'll do the LCDs. So that's good. Right. Right. I have 12 minutes to kill. Well. Okay, so we've done that. Done the top section. Now we just need to figure out what to do with this kind of top section of the side bit. Because to begin with, I was thinking we could have kind of the entryway like we would for this, but we don't need it anymore. Alternatively, it could be used as storage, though the centre bit is going to be used as storage, really. Are we the Borg? Oh yes, because we're mathematically building things. Well, if we were the Borg, I would have built a cube instead. What do you mean by teammate launchers? Oh, teammate. Okay, right. Yes, of course we wanted to throw our teammates out into the sky. We could actually build a propulsion... We could actually build something like that. But I'm figuring no. Because it's just a bit too weird. Give me a second. Well, you're in a hangar full of starfighters. I don't think you need any escape pods whatsoever. You just blow open the hull and then escape. You don't need escape pods on the top. You will, however, need escape pods on the middle section, even though above you've got more stuff. Something in line with the hull would be good. Okay, see ya, Matt. We know your presence is still there, but you are not able to communicate. Lastly, another idea is we could just stick hull on it, and we could have shield generators inside. Actually, how expensive are they? So I've got shield capacitors and a shield flux coil, which I think do the same thing. And then I've got a large shield generator and a small one. Where the large one is expensive, kind of. Which the large one is actually a large shield generator. How big? Yeah. That could be said to be large. It's kind of the same size as a refinery, really. Could make a greenhouse. I could make a greenhouse. Maybe. I'm going to quickly check the Steam store. Workshop. Go secretly hide my username. Damn it. Let's go have a look at the Steam store. Just trying to look for ideas of what we can, well, what we can build. Okay, right. Actually, the glass... oh yeah, I tested it with the interceptor. The glass is more susceptible to damage than the steel armor blocks. Right. We could have them as kind of like drone bays. So they could have tiny fighter drones. You are slowly going insane. You do realise that. Let's have a look. You could put some missile turrets on. We could put some laser turrets on. Yes, this is slowly turning into the blog. Slightly disconcerting. Okay, here's a sound block, yeah? A sound block in space. A sound block in space. Kind of useless. A sound block in space. I don't know why that's even there. Right. We could put like 1 billion Stargates there for the lols. I have an idea. How big's this thing? Quite big. This is a railgun turret. I think it only does function in pressurized rooms. Well, technically sound can travel through anything as long as there's things to collide. Because a sound wave is basically a compression wave. In air, that the speed at which it moves is the speed of sound in air. But if sound was moving through a solid object, it would be much faster. I want to try this gun out in creative at some point. Let's have a look at the actual railgun. Oh, look at this. Massive. It's a massive railgun. We still have those. Yeah, I've made up my mind. We're just going to have hull plating here. Possibly some airlocks. Well, technically, this world that I'm currently running on, I can invite Steam friends in. So what you need to do is you just need to give me your Steam ID and I can add you to the Steam group that I've got, which you can join in from. So I could technically invite my... I don't know what just happened. I'm going to circle. That is a curious name, Mr. Brennan. Let me search you. M1, J1, B1. Not picking you up. Unless you spelt it differently. Yes. I'm nodding. That means yes. Prefer to type it out rather than say it because explaining how to spell it is a bit weird. But yes, that's my Steam name, so if you friend request me, then I'll be able to find you. That's fine. You can add me all you want. You can go to the Steam group anyway. The answer to that question is why. Oh, okay. Yes, I am he, Jacob Bennett, from Suffolk. So if you accept the invite to the Steam group, then you'll get notifications on when I'm doing live streams much more frequently. Yeah. So the way that it works is I will temporarily friend you on Steam so that you can join in, because I can't get a passworded server. Actually, I should try and get a passworded server. Give me a second. Right, let's save. Because what I want to do is I want to make it so that I don't have a billion people in my Steam friends list. No, load world. YouTube plan, edit, friends, private. Other players cannot join, only Steam friends can join, any player can join. Cool. Let me just test something. If I go private, because there's supposed to be a difference between private and offline play, so we're going to be a few minutes before I can let you do anything, because it takes forever for this game to load, because there are planets and there are other things. Because what I want to try and do is I want a password, is what I want. I want a server to be public but have password, which I will put on the Steam group, and I'll change it every time I do a stream. Okay, well, it's annoying, really, because what I really want to happen is I want... yeah, right. I'll find a way at some point. Okay, we're back in game. Yeah, it takes a while to load this save because planet, moon, planet, moon, planet, tiny moon, station, asteroid base. Takes a while. Yes, I know you can't join. Give me a second. I need to accept you, manage friends. Are you in the Zero J construction team? Community groups. Right. I don't know if the option to invite you to the game, which is annoying. Which indicates that I can't actually invite you into a private game, which is kind of stupid. Right. Yes, I can make it a friend game, even though I don't have any time to do anything. I just need to get it set up so that I can have it and people... Right, so I have not long left until I've got to be somewhere, so we're not going to be able to have this launched. I'll look in how to get a dedicated server running, because I can, and then I think I can add a whitelist, and if I can add a whitelist it means I can have it on all the time and people can come in and do things, hopefully not destroy anything, which would be helpful. So yeah, so I'll look into that. So yeah, right, so we've done launch tubes, we've done top section, which is good. We've got design for it, we've welded it, all nice, and I need to record an episode. So thanks for watching the stream. You've been great fun. Yeah, so I'll see you later in the episode on Tuesday.